How are you? Recall last time that we learned how to translate functions into KMaps and read KMaps. Today we are going to learn the 7 rules of grouping in KMaps. This will help us in minimizing the number of terms we have. Please feel free to pause the video anytime if you have any difficulties. This is solely for academic purposes and shall not be distributed by any means without the consent of the authors. Without further ado, let's get it on. Rule 1. Groups may not include any cell containing a 0. Look at this first KMap. If we pair that 0 and 1 together, that would be considered wrong. In KMaps, in our convention, we are only after grouping ones together. So in this second KMap, we take the 2 ones and we ignore the 0. And this is correct.
Rule 2. Groups may be horizontal or vertical, but
if we group these 2 ones together, this is wrong because it is diagonal. But nothing is stopping us from having horizontal pair or vertical pair.
Rule 3. Groups must contain 1, 2, 4, 8, or in general power of 2 cells.
Look at these 3 ones, it is a violation to group them together in one group. What we can do is group these 3 with 2 pairs of ones.
Rule 4. Each group should be as large as possible. But that we must not disregard the first 3 rules that we have discussed.
For this example, we see 6 ones. When we use 3 pairs to accommodate the 6, we are not optimizing. Even though no Boolean law is broken when we do this, this is not sufficiently minimal. In grouping, it must be large as possible. As for this example, the correct groupings would be a horizontal of 4 ones, and a box of 2 by 2.
Rule 5. Groups may overlap.
We have encountered this in the previous examples. This means that even if a 1 of a series of ones have been grouped already, it can be used to complete another pair, another quad or an octet.
Rule 6. Groups may wrap around the table.
Confused? Well, you can think of KMap like a world map. The technique must be useful for all adjacent cells of the KMap, even when they appear to be not adjacent. The top row is considered to be adjacent to the bottom row and the rightmost column is considered to be adjacent to the leftmost column, as if the KMap surround from top to bottom and right to left. Look at this illustration. When we first look, we see 2 ones on the left and 2 ones on the right. We group this into a quad or box of 2 by 2 if we wrap the table. Similarly, the second example with 4 ones in the corner can be grouped or boxed with the size of 2 by 2.
Rule 7. Last rule. There should be as few groups as possible, for as long as this does not contradict any of the previous rules.
For instance, we are given such map. We can first group the 4 ones below in a blue box. Also, we can make use a red box to group the 4 ones on the rightmost. Similarly, we can use a yellow box 2 by 2 to box the 4 ones in the middle below. Now that is enough. It already covered all the ones. If we add another box, say a 4th black box, that will be redundant and wrong.
So, those are the 7 rules. We hope you understand how grouping in KMaps work. Now, you may translate the box or group back to a function like we learned last time. This video is about to end. But before you go, you might like to test yourself.
Try this out. Answer the map. Box what needed to go together. Pause the video right now. The answers will be given after a few seconds. Did you get it? Hope you did. replay and study back some rules if you missed some. Next time, we will learn about don't care conditions.